rambling, for roving, for football and sporting, for drinking black porter as fast as you feel. In all your days roving, you'll find him so jovial as a Musgrave sportsman about Teddy Quill.
Very good indeed. There might be 14 more verses that end there. I wasn't too sure.
I knew Teddy Quill. It was the only man here that...
You knew Teddy Quill?
Yeah. I was only 12 years when he died. He was buried in Macroom. He died in 1932. I'd say he was about the second or third corpse that was buried in the Macroom New Cemetery, St. Coleman Cemetery. I knew him well. And the way it was with him, he owned no land, but he had plenty of money. He was dealing cattle always. Just he stubborn cows.
And he was stealing cattle?
He was deal. He was deal, I should say, dealing cattle always. And, well, more or less stubborn cows. And he did, there was a lot of poor people in his time. And he'd give them a strupper, as they were saying, the free for the milk during the winter. And they'd be feeding the cow for him as well, you see. But he had plenty of money. It was all sovereigns and half-sovereigns in his time, you see. I barely remember him. And they would say that he never took money to the bank. He always kept it in his waistcoat. That's the reason you see to them the song, how he won the long jump without throwing off his waistcoat, because I tell you, he was no fool. He wasn't going to throw off his waistcoat. Maybe I'm sure he was no bloody fool at all. He knew what would happen if he threw off his waistcoat. But he had plenty of money, and of course money in his time was very, very scarce. Well, there was an awful wake at his sister in Carrigalla, where he was living, when his sister died. And, of course, at that time, you see, well, the priest, they'd be jumping up at the altar if they heard there was drink or anywhere. If they heard there was drink at a wake, moreover a wake. And so God help us, there wasn't much drink at that time because I hadn't the price of it. But, of course, Teddy had plenty of money. And, there was an awful wake. And talk about clay pipes. There was a lot of them came up to the house the evening before. Well, you couldn't go into the house with smoke that day, and that evening, and that night. With clay pipes and smoking and snuff and all the rest of it. They came down from Anniganagh and from Cunapog and Musher and all around the place. And to make things worse, there was a wedding reception in the house next door, and the crowd was going from one house to the other. And this man, John, it was daybreak in the morning, as he was getting up to go home, he got another bottle for the road. Do you see? Well, he jumped off with a chair. Well, Muchreen dear, he said, do you know what it is? I sooner to see one quill dead than all on again.